2-1. Mark, another game where I'm talking to you where you should have won.
Do you think so?
I think so. Chances, second half?
Did you have blinkers on and not see the chances that this I thought Sammy had a chance, Jamie's had a good chance. Yeah, listen, there was lots of chances, both ends to be fair. I thought it was a tight game. We weren't at our best, but we dug in at times, got a little bit lucky at times, but probably had I know where you're coming from, we probably had the clearer chances. The one with Jamie, the one with Sammy at the end of the 92nd minute, you're just thinking, just roll it in an empty net and game over. But that probably sums up Sammy's look in front of goal, confidence in front of goal for some reason. You come down the training ground every day of the week and watch our finishing sessions, and who participates in the most finishing sessions, who probably scores the most goals in the finishing sessions, probably Sammy Deering 8 times out of 10. But unfortunately, he just hasn't been able to convert a few decent chances that he's had. And listen, I ain't going to start criticising him for that now. But yeah, we could have been talking about a win, a needed win. But they threw everything at us. They really started really brightly, really positively against us, and we didn't deal with it. But we responded well. Like I say, it's a tough place to come in terms of they're going to give it everything. And we weathered it. I thought we could have played a lot better second half, but I'm pleased with that point, I suppose.
And just go back to that Sam Dean chance. Is it all about confidence? Is it a mental thing where you find yourself in that position?
I don't know. He knows he should score. To be fair to him, he's the one who's seen the keeper take a quick one, intercepted it. Him and Byron have worked the opening brilliantly. Byron's cool head realised that Sam's the better off than him, because I thought Byron was just going to smash it in, to be fair. It doesn't get any better for you. 10 yards out, 6 yards out, it's a little bit harder maybe because the keeper's a bit closer, but 10 yards out, middle of the goal, it doesn't get any better. But listen, like I say, we don't criticise people for missing chances. I ain't going to start now. Good performance from Harry for an hour. Thought he did more than all right. So we started poorly for 12 minutes. Well, not so much that, but I thought they started really, really strongly. But I think them scoring actually helped us, if you like. I thought we got down. I thought David was really good, instrumental in getting the ball down and trying to create a few chances, trying to control the game. Byron scored a really well taken goal. But we didn't really, second half, we didn't really do what we set out to do. We weren't in control of the game. We too many losses of possession in good areas that resulted in them attacking us. But we've stood strong, and I can only compliment them for that after last week, I suppose.
15 goals for a striker in any season is a good return.
Yeah,
very pleased with
I am. Like I said, we had a difference of opinion 6 weeks ago, and I think from that, I think he's been magnificent. I think he's been good all season. Don't get me wrong, but we're always after a little bit more from Byron, because we see the physical specimen he is, the ability that he's got, the pace that he's got. We want more, but I think he's really started to deliver that over the last 6-8 weeks, and he can be pleased with his total so far, and I think he can really start to. I think he can look to be getting a couple more before the end of the season as well.
You've already mentioned Harry Williams. How much pleasure does it give you, a manager, to be able to bring a local player in for his debut like that?
Of course it does, but we've got to do it at the right time, and get it in the system that suits us. Ideally, Harry's I think his best position is off a striker by himself, where he's linked up with Bobby in the youth team. But it's he knows that it's damn sight easier to score goals in the youth league rather than in this league. But he's a player of potential that we like, obviously, and he can be pleased with his contribution today. Jamie nearly slotted him in after 6 or 7 minutes, just skipped on through. But he makes things happen. He's got lots of goals this season, and it's pleasing. And like you say, Zach and one or two others might get a chance between now and the end of the season. But we've got to make sure that we finish strongly. I've always said that. And we've got to make sure that we've got enough points. But that doesn't mean that they won't be in the team because we don't think that they're capable of doing that. You know, if we want to play them, I'll play them.
It is a crazy league again because it's bunching up again at the bottom. You talk about enough points. You've got 52, Northampton got 46. Do you think you have got enough points?
I just think without being blasé about it, I think there's a lot of teams below us, you know. So, but that said, we're not going to take it for granted. You know, we need more points, and so mathematically we're safe. We have to not fear it, but we have to just make sure that we take care of our own business, which is what we always try and do. Just unfortunately, we haven't been able to do it enough this season. But you know, I said earlier in the season, for whatever reason, you know, points that we dropped at home when we got a draws at home, they all add up, and for whatever circumstances we find ourselves in, you know, the point in October at home against whoever it was, you know, could prove. You know, I said it might prove valuable, but hopefully I was thinking about a more positive finish. But it's a tough league, and every manager you speak to says the same. It's you just got to take each game as it comes, try and get a bit of confidence, try and win as many games, and make sure whoever's dropped into that bottom two now, you know, they wish they had 52 points. So we just got to make sure we look after ourselves.
And away from home, take out the first 5 games of the season, 3 defeats in the last 60 away from home.
Yeah.
So really strong away.
Yeah, just surprising, you know, in terms of our home form. Our home form has been a little bit, it's been a disappointment. We know that. We've actually not played too badly there at times. Just timing of goals against us, in particularly at home, have happened of late. And we'll try and put that right over the next couple of games and make sure we look forward to next season. And you know, we've had a couple of good seasons where at home, and we've got to get back on track. And like I say, we've got Fleetwood Friday, Dagenham at home, last game of the season. We want points, we want good performances. We want to try and give the crowd, you know, something to cheer about and stay positive for.
You had a number of players unavailable to you today.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll be fit for Friday?
Yeah, I would have thought so. We had a bit of a lively session on Tuesday in training. Billy's groin was sore and unable to be involved. Ashley Vincent went over on his ankle and just rocked it. Should be sort of training by Wednesday this week. Jason Taylor has got a chest infection that probably we just felt we needed to, you know, he wasn't good in training. He didn't feel good in training yesterday, and we knew he'd been on antibiotics for a few days. We hoped it would clear up in time, but he didn't. But that just gives one or two others a chance. You know, Zach's come on and done well for 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. Harry's played 60 minutes on his first start, and you know, that's what'll happen between now and the end of the season. If, you know, we want to look at a couple, but we also want to make sure that we finish strongly as well.
Mark, thanks so much.
Cheers, Pete.
Mark, what made you put Sido back to right back and bring Craig Bray-Barrett in today? Is there any particular reason?
Just probably felt it was more natural. I thought Sido's done really well at left back, but when you let goals in, you think about it, and we need to make a couple of changes just to freshen it up. Michael and Mitch are on loan, and they weren't directly at blame for us to lose last week, and you know, nor was Sam, nor was whoever else. Well, Billy didn't play, nor was Tails. You know, Tails wasn't to blame for us last week, even though I did what I did. But I just felt I thought Circum was going to be a threat to us, and he dealt with him pretty well. You know, they chopped and changed their formation and players in wide areas and through the central areas quite a few times, and I felt Craig was going to be a safe defending option, get forward at times, but we got his pace, his long throw, you know, and he's our player, and you know, I felt it was just right to put him back into them.
Yeah, he lost his place after the Chesterfield game, didn't he? And he's obviously been out of the team for a while, but do you think he's still got a part to play?
Of course he has. Yeah, of course he has. Of course he has. We all have got to be better than we have been throughout the season. You know, there's things we've done well, there's things we've not done so well, and we all need to improve. and we'll all continue to try and improve. Last week I talked about the season end. I can't wait for the season end, only because I was irate at the end of the game. Of course I was, but the players are a good bunch. Just hasn't worked for us. Hasn't clicked for us enough times this season, and it's been brought out frustration. But we want to finish the game strongly now. The next 4 games, like we always do, and just try and go unbeaten. Try and win some games. Try and play decent football, but try and give the crowd something to cheer about. They were great today. Quite a few had travelled down. I think it was 115 miles. I'm told by the notice on the gate, and they were pleased at the end with the effort the players gave, and that's half the battle. If they see the effort and the commitment, and obviously if we take our chances, then they'll be even more happy.
Yeah, just on Harry, he doesn't seem fazed by anything. Was he quite confident about
it? Yeah, no problem. So I didn't want to bog him down with too much information. They probably surprised us a little bit by going a little bit more direct than we probably thought first half. The 2 fullbacks quite happy to look to turn us. We probably didn't expect that, but that's credit to them. And Harry was finding him. We just thought about tinkering with him at half time, and we sort of gave it. We had a look at it for a couple of 5 minutes, but just wanted to get him back in the central areas where he's good. Like I said before, I think his best position is probably off a striker, where he's able to. There's more space for him. But we asked him to slot into a system that we have played today and have played for a little while, and we can be well pleased with that.
Yeah, just finally, it's getting towards crunch time for all the youth team players, isn't it? Is it
that'll happen when it happens, John. They've got decisions to make. We've got decisions to make on them all, but we want to bring players through the club without a doubt, but only if they're going to be good enough, and only if they've got a chance of getting in the first team.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers, guys.